Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of a Muscatine Moment. My name is Tony Tone Lokensoll with Muscatine Power and Water. We're coming to you from inside Larson Hall on the campus of Muscatine Community College. Big shout out to Jeremy Ferguson, who is running things behind the scenes for me. I appreciate him doing that and the ability to come and do these conversations with people. And we've got a great guest today, ladies and gentlemen, a first-time appearance on a Muscatine Moment, and someone that is getting inducted into a Hall of Fame very soon. It is Corey Leonard right here with Special Olympics. Corey going into the Special Olympics Iowa Hall of Fame class of 2025. How does that make you feel, my friend?
It makes me feel happy.
Yeah.
And I'm excited, and it's a big honor and represent that they picked me.
They not only do they pick Corey, but they made a really good choice. And we're going to get to kind of when the ceremony is. But for people that don't know Corey Leonard, how long have you been involved with Special Olympics?
For 43 years.
Wow.
I started in elementary school at Calder Elementary.
Nice. That's incredible. And what do you remember 43 years ago when you started, Corey? Did you start with a certain sport, or was it just getting used to trying different sports back then?
Back then, I started with one track and field.
Okay.
Because we didn't have a track to run around.
Mm-hmm.
We mostly sometimes run around the school building or down the hill to the fence and back.
Yeah.
And for practicing the standing long jump, we usually jumped on the sidewalk. And
oh my gosh. So Special Olympics has changed a lot over the years for athletes that are involved. And again, for folks at home that are seeing this, first of all, thanks for watching. Corey Leonard getting inducted into the Special Olympics Iowa Hall of Fame 2025 class. It's just remarkable. 43 years experience. I'm only 42, Corey, so you've been in Special Olympics longer than I've been alive. Not to make you feel old or anything. Corey and I have been friends for a while. You've had some really incredible experiences from when you started 43 years ago to now with this Hall of Fame induction. Can you tell the folks at home some of the things you've been able to do and the places you've gone and the people you've met with Special Olympics?
Back in 2007, I went to Dublin, Ireland for track and field World Games. I did the 100-meter dash and the softball throw there.
How does somebody from Muscatine get to the World Games for Special Olympics? That is unbelievable.
I think the office, I'm not sure how they do it. If they write down people's names, then they find out who would be a good representative, and that.
And sometimes you probably had to do good at state competition, and then maybe national events, and then you go to world. And at one point you carried the torch, right?
Yeah, in 2015, I was co-captain for the Unified Relay across America, and I started in Washington, D.C. That's where I got to meet my good friend. He's the president of Special Olympics, Tim Shriver.
Nice. It's incredible.
And it ended in Los Angeles. Okay. That's where the World Games were at, and I got to meet his sister, Maria Shriver.
Right, Maria Shriver, who I believe is still married to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, again, what a great story for Corey Leonard, starting as a young person, staying involved in Special Olympics, having opportunities to compete local, state, national, world it's really been quite a journey for you. Do you have a favorite sport? Is that even fair to ask? Like, I feel like I've known Corey for probably almost 12 and a half years. I think I know what the answer is, but I want you to tell us. Like, if you had to pick, what would be your favorite sport?
My favorite sport would probably be track and field, because that's where I won most of my medals.
Okay.
My 2 gold medals and my other gold medal in Shanghai, China.
Wow. See, and I would have said basketball, and I would have been wrong. But you do like basketball,
Yeah,
right?
I do like basketball.
One of the best things that I've been a part of over the years is refereeing the Special Olympics versus Muscatine firefighters and police department. And that game is always a great time, and Special Olympics always beats the police, firefighters, and sheriffs because they're not good at basketball. No offense, but Special Olympics is really good, and that's an event that usually, does that happen in February or March? Do you know?
I think in February.
Okay, we'll probably have to have maybe some folks come back and talk about that. Corey, how would you say Special Olympics has impacted your life over the years? Obviously, you talked about these experiences, but when you think about how it's impacted you, you have a ton of people in your life, friends, athletes you've competed with. I know you've done some coaching. How would you answer that?
It impacted me a lot.
Yeah.
When I started, they kind of asked me to join the Special Olympics, and because when I was at Carter, it was the teacher and some of the volunteers, and that was hard for me.
Sure.
Then when I moved to Muscatine, I got a little nervous because I kind of knew Juan Miller, but the other athletes I really didn't know, and I was kind of nervous going from one place to. Then I got to know lots of people, and 99 was a very big honor for me because that's where I got to my first World Games in 99, and a lot of people, lots of friends supported me throughout my career.
Yeah.
And there are 3 people that supported me the most throughout my career when I started. And they're not here no more, but I know they're looking down on me. That's my grandma, my grandpa, and probably my best supporter, my Aunt Donovan. They've been through it all. When I started, they came and watched me compete. And when I moved to Muscatine, they came and watched me competed. So this honor of being in the Hall of Fame, they also deserve it too.
Yeah. You've got to have good support in your life, and you definitely have had that, and I'm glad that you shared that, and I can see that they meant a lot to you, and you think about them. And we are getting closer to that Special Olympics Iowa Hall of Fame induction. So correct me if I'm wrong, is it December 11th?
Yeah, December 11th in Grimes, Iowa.
And what's going to happen? Do you know? Have you attended this before?
It's done. I know it's in December.
Okay.
And it's on a Thursday.
Okay.
And some of my family members, my mom from Florida is going to be there. And my mom and my dad and my stepmom, they won't try to be there, but you never know because of the weather.
Yeah, for sure.
And my brother, it'll be hard for him to make it, but he's probably might not be able to, and I understand that.
Yeah.
So we will film it.
Nice.
So he can watch it.
Well, if they film the ceremony, we would love to get it to put on MPW TV and YouTube so people can see it. We'll have to, maybe I'll reach out to somebody at Special Olympics and tell him, hey, I know a guy who's going into the Hall of Fame. He said, share the video with us. Yeah, Hall of Fame. Who would have thought, right?
I know.
43. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, it's
When,
just, I'm so proud and happy for you because it's an honor for you. And what it, I think, will also do, Corey, is it'll keep encouraging current Special Olympic athletes and future ones to get involved. And the Muscatine, Special Olympics Muscatine has just grown and grown over the years, and that is due in part to the work of Ron Miller and then Jason Miller, and now Tim is there. And I can't say enough good things about the program. If you're watching this and you're looking to get involved, whether it's financial level with donations, volunteering, please reach out. Special Olympics Muscatine is housed at the Muscatine Community YMCA. Yeah, I mean, it's really just blossomed.
When I got the phone call from John,
Sure.
the president of Special Olympics Iowa, he called me and he said, "Are you sitting down?" I said, "Yeah." He told me, it's like, we have to get into the Special Olympics Iowa Hall of Fame. I was like, I was...
You're speechless.
I was speechless.
Yeah.
I couldn't. He said, I told him, I got to go. I got to call my parents. And
Yeah, I don't
and
blame
that
you.
was-
What a phone call, right?
I was so excited,
Ah.
and it's kind of, most of all, there's probably only one person that, was it for him, I probably wouldn't be here, and I probably wouldn't be receiving this, is the guy upstairs,
Sure.
God.
Yeah.
If it was for him, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I know your faith is important, and I respect that. I think that's, and your story is so wonderful. Do you know if there's been any other Special Olympics Muscatine athletes inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, Mr. Vedder.
Dickie Vedder, of course.
Yeah, and Ron
Right.
Miller.
And Ron Miller, okay. Yeah, Dick Vedder.
He was the first one.
Wow, so you're the third?
Right.
That's incredible, Corey. I want to make sure we mention, and we can go to probably the shot of Corey. Corey's wearing a medal, and can you tell the folks at home which medal that is, Corey?
This is back in '99. I did the 400-meter dash finals, and they shot it off. I was in last place. My mom and my stepdad were there, and I started. And Ron said, "Well, you start at the beginning. You take your time, then." Son, I started to pass everybody, and my stepdad Jim was saying, "Don't give up, Corey. Don't give up. Go, go." And
I love it.
And look what happened.
Yeah.
I won my gold medal, coming from last to first, and I will never forget that.
Yeah, you have a gold medal, and now you're a Hall of Famer. You know what you need to do next? Write a book. Because what else? I mean, again, Corey and I are friends, so I know Corey. Well, he would like to see the Bears win another Super Bowl, right?
Yes,
You saw the Cubs win a World Series.
Yes.
You're a Cubs fan, like I am, because we're very
I need
smart.
to see the Bears win the Super Bowl.
That would be awesome. But other than that, I mean, and not to say that there's not things that you won't still do. I don't mean that, but it's just been a really remarkable journey for Corey. And that's why he's here on a Muscatine Moment, because he's going into the Special Olympics Iowa Hall of Fame. You're the first Hall of Famer. I have to think. I've talked to people in like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but you're the first Hall of Famer I've definitely had on this program, and that I probably know as a friend.
Oh.
So that's pretty. You're not gonna like forget me when
Cool.
you get into the Hall of Fame. You're gonna change your number.
And if you want, I could invite you and your wife to Grimes if you want to come.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
It's on a Thursday.
Yeah, December 11th. I don't know what to say to that. That's incredible. I'm super flattered, and I appreciate that. I think, when we talk about opportunities for people, Special Olympics is just one of those things that I'm so glad that Muscatine has a active and healthy program, and for the volunteers and those that support the organization. I would be remiss if we didn't mention people like Willie Lesa with the Muscatine County Sheriff's Office. They do a great job raising money and awareness for the program. And it's just a really good community. And we're recording this interview on Thursday, October 30th. And tonight I'll go to play some music for the Optime Halloween party, which will have about 90 people. And then this coming Saturday, November 1st, there's another dance for children and adults with disabilities at Grace Lutheran Church. And Corey, sometimes we go to these dances and there's like 100 people or so, and it's a great group, and a lot of folks like yourself I've known, we've known each other almost 13 years. I mean, there's some folks that I've known since I was on the radio in the Quad Cities, and that's going on like 20 years. So I'm super grateful to be connected in the community in even a small way, doing events, playing music, talking to people like Corey, because it's the right thing to do. And yeah, I'm just really happy for you to receive this incredible honor. What is the involvement like for you? Are you still doing some like assistant coaching now?
I'm going to be starting next month. I'm going to be coaching one of the 3-on-3 basketball teams that we start next month at the Y.
That's amazing. That's great. Do you know what the age groups are for that? And if you don't, it's okay.
Not sure.
Are you coaching does Ray Sotelo help with that?
Tim helps me with that.
Tim helps, okay. Because Ray Sotelo, who's a coworker of mine at MPW, had asked me about maybe assistant coaching for Special Olympics basketball, and I still need to talk to my wife and see if it would fit with our schedule and stuff. But I do love basketball, and that would be a fun thing.
If there's any athletes out there that would like to join Special Olympics, just call the Muscatine Community Y, and they will get a hold of somebody from the Muscatine Special Olympics.
Yeah. I was really happy this summer. We had a Customer Appreciation Day at Muscatine Power and Water, and we did this event that was a meet and greet with athletes, and Corey was one of the athletes that was there, and that was great. They did some autograph signing. Corey had some of his medals. Joe Wieskamp was there, Kylie Feuerbach, Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball player, Monica Cisnano, former Hawkeye women's basketball player, some football players. That was a pretty cool thing.
Yeah,
What'd you think about that? Did you enjoy that?
It was kind of cool sitting next to some Iowa State
Corey
players.
Corey was sitting next to a couple Iowa State football players, and he was giving them a little bit of a hard time. But they were nice guys,
Yeah,
right?
they are. I watched when the Iowa State plays. I looked for the number, and I said, hey, I know those guys.
I think we had Tyler Morrow and John Klosterman.
Yeah, I think that's...
And then Nolan DeLong was with us from Hawkeye Football, who's from Durant. He was playing in the Minnesota game this last weekend. But that was just really cool, and it was great to have you there, and hope to be able to do stuff like that again. And, I think one of the things that we also did that was on MPW TV was we recorded the last Special Olympics basketball game versus Muscatine Fire, Police, and Sheriff's Office, and that was great. I think it's maybe still available on demand. I think we'll probably do that again. And what we should try and do is have some commentary during the game. Maybe we would see if like Brian Musell was available to do play-by-play, and then you could do the color comment.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
No, that would be kind of cool.
Look, he does. Look at that.
Yeah.
See, Corey is not the type of person to say no when he's put on the spot about doing stuff.
Because one time I was on ESPN while I was doing the unified relay, and that would be kind of cool.
Well, you know what's almost as cool as ESPN? This show right here, Corey. I think we're cooler, and we're local. I like how he's so casual. He was like, one time I was on ESPN. I don't even know if I knew that. That's fantastic. You should be on ESPN. You should I mean, this is a really big deal, and it's one of those things. So long as Corey's okay,
Yeah.
I told him on the way over. I said, "Well, maybe have to reach out to Connor at the radio station, Connor Kenny with the Muscatine radio station, see if he would maybe want to talk to you, and then maybe we'll reach out to some of my friends in the Quad Cities at the news stations, because someone going into a Hall of Fame is a big deal."
Yeah. I'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be honored. Because I kind of want to get back to Special Olympics Iowa for what they done for me. And I would like to say thank you for Special Olympics Iowa and Muscatine Special Olympics.
Well, I'm going to say thank you for being here. We're going to wrap up. December 11th, Corey Leonard goes into the Special Olympics Iowa Hall of Fame representing, obviously, himself and his family and Special Olympics Muscatine. It's a really big deal. Again, we hope to have maybe some video footage or some photos, and we'll get that shared out to folks. Tomorrow is Halloween. Do you have any plans? You dressing up? You got a costume?
I'll probably maybe dress up as Indiana Jones.
Nice.
I got an Indy hat and a shirt. So.
Well, you know why I have the mustache for my Happy Joe costume.
Yeah, I've seen that pictures of it.
Yeah, I like Halloween, friends. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a big kid at heart, and we're recording another Muscatine moment later, and I might have to show up in that. We'll see. I don't know how that would look on camera, but
Because when I was younger, I used to dress up as E.T. I had an E.T. Halloween costume.
that is fantastic. I love E.T. It's one of my favorite movies. We could start a whole show on just sports and movies, probably, because we've seen some movies together too over the years. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Super happy for you.
It was fun.
Yeah, I told you this would be pretty easy. You know, we know each other long enough. This is just
Yeah.
talking with cameras and lights. Corey Leonard, Special Olympics Iowa Hall of Fame, class of 2025. He is being inducted on December 11th in Grimes, Iowa. It's really exciting.
And
Yeah.
please, Grandma and Grandpa and Grandpa, make the weather be nice.
All we need is good weather. Yes.
Right.
I have a feeling the weather is going to be perfect for you because you deserve it, and so does everybody else that's going into the Hall of Fame. Thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you to Jeremy Ferguson with Muscatine Community College, who is running stuff behind the scenes. Shout out to MCC for having this amazing space in the studio. It's great. And thanks to MPW for letting me come over and do these little shows that we call a Muscatine Moment. We've got quite a few more coming up soon. We'll be talking to folks like Ike Lewis with Iowa Ghostbusters. We'll talk to some friends with Muscatine County Salvation Army, Community Action of Eastern Iowa. And then there's and Jeremy doesn't even know this yet, but there's a guest that's going to be coming up in the future who I just got to say yes. And you may see this person if you drive on Lucas Street in the morning waving. And she's becoming a little bit more known for just a friendly face. And I said, would you want to come on and talk about just what the reason was for that? And she said yes.
I saw a picture of you with Michael J. and Christopher Lloyd. Did you really meet them?
I did, yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. Yep, I did. Took a picture with... I'm glad that impresses you. He's going into a Hall of Fame. Yeah,
that
they
was
were
cool.
Thank you. Yeah, they were at a convention in Chicago, and my son Henry and I took a picture with Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. I'm a big Back to the Future fan. It's not embarrassing because it's true. I have a Back to the Future tattoo on my arm. And that's okay because I'm an adult and I made that choice, right? Yeah, but I'm glad that impressed you.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, you're impressive, and you're a big deal to have on this show. So thank you again for being here.
You're welcome. It was an honor and a privilege.
Well, we're excited to watch you get inducted into that Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Corey Leonard, Special Olympics Iowa Hall of Fame, Class 2025 induction, December 11th in Grimes, Iowa. Thank you for watching A Muscatine Moment. We'll be back soon with a new installment. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.